Hello, you're all very welcome here to Chadwick's Wexford Park for live coverage of the second round of the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship game between Wexford and Offaly. And we have fabulous conditions here in Wexford Park. There's usually a breeze of some sort, but it's very, very light today, and it doesn't seem like it's going to favour any team, really, depending on which way they'll play. It seems to be very light altogether. We're about 5 minutes away from throw-in here. The two teams are warming up, and I'm joined by Claire O'Connor and Kate Kelly. First of all, Claire, tell us your thoughts ahead of this game.
Well, I think building off the fantastic win they had from down in Limerick last week, I mean, that's going to be a massive confidence boost to this Wexford team, especially given that they've a lot of injuries, a lot of niggles, even though they're not massive injuries. I know a lot of teams are probably suffering the same, but Wexford were able to carve out a brilliant win at the end of their game last weekend. In, like, we all know how hot it's been all week. It was like that, so try play a match in that. And to carve out a win against Limerick was a big game for them, because in this group, it was kind of between, Wexford, and a lot of people were saying it's between Wexford and Limerick. Tipperary are going really well. They're probably going to top the group. They're one of the top four in Ireland at the moment. And to be fair to them, they are. Tipperary playing really well. So that was a big win last weekend for Wexford. And I really think that'll push them on today. They seem really up for it here as they warm up in front of us. It's a warm day again, but, nice to see some experience in on the Wexford team this year or today. Maybe a couple of starts that didn't start the last day. I see Linda Bulger and Katrina Park will make a start to it. You're bringing experience there into the side, so you've got plenty of youth and some nice experience there. A couple of movements on the team, but overall I think it's a really, really, really well balanced team, and their confidence will definitely be up for today, and wishing them all the best. Have to be a bit biased on that one now, and really hoping for a big win again for Wexford today.
And Kate, obviously we had the fantastic win last week. Offaly struggled, I suppose, against Tipperary, but last year when these two teams played each other in Belfield, it was a very tight game.
Yeah, no, it was a very tight game, and you'd have to say, like, Offaly coming into this game, they're coming in off a league, playing in Division 1. While they didn't do quite well, they got those high quality games. They played Tip in the league quarter final, and they played Tip again last week. Now they didn't win, but you would still say Division 1 games, higher intensity, higher quality games. But in saying that, I would be expecting Wexford to do quite well, and probably maybe my expectations are high. I'd be hoping that we'd have a +5 maybe point victory here today.
And just to run through the teams quickly then, the Offaly team in goal is Mairead Jennings, full back line Sarah Walsh, Trina MacDonald and Lorraine Keena. The half back line is Grania Dolan, Michaela Morgan and Sharon Shanahan. Midfield is Orla Kerwin and Aisling Brennan. Caitlin Kennedy, Roisin Egan and Mairead Tehan make up the half forward line, and the full forward line is Grania Egan, Kate Kenny and Sarah Harding. And on the Wexford side then we have Laura Brennan in goal, Sarah Harding Kenny is corner back, Louise O'Leary and Laura Dempsey. The half-back line is Maeve Sinnott, Ciara O'Connor and Emma Walsh. Midfield is Amy Cardiff, Orla Sinnott. The half-forward line is Anne Curran, Chloe Fox and Kate Kerwin. And the full-forward line is Katrina Parrick, Linda Bulger and Joanne Dillon, as we have now Aran Naveen. So we're almost ready to go here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. The referee is Ray Kelly from Kildare, and it looks as though the teams are maybe going into the last huddle there, almost almost ready.
Yep, ready to rock now. And if we're allowed to be biased, we'd love to see Wexford getting off to a good start here today. As Kate said, Offaly have a huge amount of high standard games under their belts. But again, we played Limerick last weekend. We carved out a brilliant victory when everybody was kind of leaving it with Limerick to try and, just pull through. So, we were hoping for a big win here for Wexford today. And hard not to be wishing that for them, when we're Wexfordians ourselves.
You'd have to say also from a Wexford point of view, like the win last weekend, getting that goal in the end of it and winning by 2 points, they really went for it. Like, it would have been easy just to tap it over the bar and be sure of the draw. So you'd have to say you'd be coming in off a good confidence booster, versus Offaly. They played Tip last weekend, got bet 323 to I think 8 points, and then today they're lining out without one of their key stalwarts, Siobhan Flannery. She's been one of their key players for the last 10 odd years, so you'd have to say you'd think the favour is in Wexford's side at this point.
I think Offaly, maybe they might be complaining at home. I think they got a little bit more than 8 points the last time. Maybe did they get 1, 10 or 11 or something, Kate? Maybe I'm wrong now, but
probably worth noting as well that Kate mentioned Siobhan Flannery there. She is an absolute key player for them. She takes their frees. She's so accurate, when she plays. So massive loss for Offaly, but we'll have to work and build on that as well.
It was 1-12, it was the last day, and the game is on here now, and Wexford maybe have a chance to go on the attack here. Orla Sinnott with the ball, sent in towards the half forward line, flicked away nicely there. Inside here, back again to Orla Sinnott, and there's a bit of room opening up maybe for Wexford to get a score. This is a great run by Orla Sinnott, offloaded Joanne Dillon, flick and a goal, an early goal for Wexford, and a fabulous run there, a fabulous run by Orla Sinnott, and then she showed great presence of mind to pick out Joanne Dillon there.
Absolutely brilliant, and I mean we'll say she gave herself a right few steps. The referee let her on. She ran straight through the middle. An absolutely brilliant run by Orla Sinnott. Super pass. Joanne Dillon just waiting to pounce on the goal. Great start for Wexford. And
the puck out from Mairead Jennings. Sharon Shanahan is tackled a little bit harshly, I suppose. There, she had an excellent game last year when the two sides met in Belfield. She really was outstanding in the half-back line for Offaly. So hopefully for their sake she'll be up and raring to go again in a few moments' time.
Ciara O'Connor making her presence known there at centre back. You're not going to get in there too easily, and she exchanges her hurl for a new one, so we know that she meant business in putting a stop to that attack for Offaly. I think the referee's having a word with her, so hopefully it's not going to be too harsh from a Wexford point of view, but you're probably looking at a booking anyway, or some kind of a card or a tick or something.
You would have to say that the quick goal is probably a marker of something that Wexford have been working on. The last day Chloe Fox got the first point for Wexford within the first minute, and then straight at half time Katrina came on and scored a goal straight away after half time. So definitely something that you would say that Wexford has been probably working on, and what a great start for Wexford.
And just a slight correction on the Wexford team. I think I said in the lead up to the game that it was going to be number 20 Linda Bulger. It's actually number 19 Lisa Bulger who has started on the Wexford side. So just a slight correction there as Orla Kerwin from Burr takes this free and sends it long in towards the square. Goes all the way through and cleverly let pass there. Emma Walsh ducked and let the ball go out harmlessly out over the end line. Yeah,
good call from Laura Brennan. Her accuracy from her puckouts has been excellent in these games. Apart from a couple of sideline ones last weekend, she's been very accurate with her passes. So,
well, that was an accurate one. Kate Kerwin just couldn't quite grab it on the first occasion. It's back here now with Ciara O'Connor forward to Kerwin again. She's tackled by Aisling Brennan, but it's Kerwin still with the ball. The referee, I think, was just about to blow for steps, but Kerwin played it on the hurl just in time. It's in towards Katrina Parrick. She's battling away there in the corner, and it's Kate Kerwin again. Good start here by Wexford. Kerwin flicks that one back, and Katrina Parrick has a bit of time now to take a look up. There's a run being made by Lisa Bulger, and the ball just does get over the head of Grania Dolan there. As far as Bulger, a chance for Wexford to get their opening point of the game, and that's gone over the bar, and a good start there from Lisa Bulger.
Yeah, excellent start from Lisa Bulger, but I suppose an excellent start from Wexford. Katrina got it out on the corner, didn't look to take on the shot, and a great pop out to Lisa Bulger and over the bar.
Mairead Jennings opts to go short with the puck out again. Batted down in the half-back line there. Good ball in here, and there's a chance now for an A. Curran maybe to get Wexford's second point. The crowd are cheering here, and that was good build-up play there.
Excellent work from start to finish. Amy Cardiff there made an absolutely perfect pass to her. Lots of Wexford players running off the ball. You can see their confidence is up. Let's hope it continues now for the next few minutes.
And the first possession in that build-up came from Laura Dempsey, I think it was, Kate, and she's proven to be a very solid cornerback or halfback wherever she's played.
Yeah, she's great at moving off the ball, and she's well able to read play, and when she's out and about the middle third, I think she's great at her movement is great.
And Offaly have their first chance to get a score on the board. Aisling Brennan was fouled on the run through there, and about 40 metres out perhaps, and a good chance for Offaly now, Claire.
Yep, grand chance for them now. They're straight in front of the goal, and just to build on the Laura Dempsey mention there, she must have gotten 6 possessions in a row last week in the first half from cornerback, and built on them, took the possession from somebody else, took the pass, and relieved the pass and gave a good pass down the field. Like, great work from cornerback, and really has solidified her position there at number 4.
We're 18 now with the free, and that's straight and true, and Offaly have their opening score of the game. It's 1-2 to a point here after 4.5 minutes in Chadwick's Wexford Park, Kate.
Yeah, an excellent score by Mairead. She made no mistake there, and got Offaly on the scoreboard 4 minutes into the game.
Long poke out breaks here to Orla Sinnott. She's got on plenty of the ball in the early stages. Offloaded here to Joanne Dillon. Sinnott has continued to run inside. The ball is all the way in through to the full forward line. There's a chance here maybe now. Chloe Fox with the shot, and that's been sent wide in the opinion of the umpire. The crowd here were cheering, but that's gone to the right hand side and wide.
Honestly, I thought that was a free. I'm not being, biased towards Wexford, but like from up in the stand here, it looked like it was a great score. She was very close in.
Game continues now at the far side. Offaly, Grania Dolan with a chance now, trying to set it up for the forwards inside the half forward line, and there is a chance for Offaly maybe here now. Ball into the corner, but it's spilled, and Sarah Harding Kenny is there. It was spilled by Sarah Harding, so there's a Sarah Harding Kenny mark and Sarah Harding, which is quite unusual, but we'll see who'll get the better of that battle. But the first ball was won by the Wexford lady, and it's here now with Joanne Dillon. She's being pursued and chopped by Trina MacDonald, and the referee is playing an advantage. Joanne Dillon with the shot is landing in short, but it's going to be brought back for the chop there on Joanne Dillon by Trina MacDonald, and a chance for Wexford to get the point back, Kate.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great move by Joanne Dillon. I'd say she had the legs, it would definitely have went over the bar, but they have a second chance at it, and Chloe, I've no doubt, will make quite a difficult free to start off on, but you would say the slight breeze advantage is probably with Offaly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an excellent free there by Chloe Fox there, and as Kate just said, whatever slight breeze there is, it is in Wexford's face in this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not much, but you still have to deal with it, I suppose. But anyway, another score for us, which is great. We're at 1-3 now to a point.
Sarah Walsh here with a long clearance for Offaly. It sent that back down, but first to the breaking ball. Ciara O'Connor has it now. It was Louise O'Leary, or it wasn't, it was Emma Walsh who was first to the breaking ball that time, but it's here now with an A. Curran, and A has got on the right side of Trina MacDonald, and there's a chance of a second goal here for Wexford. A shot and a second goal. A brilliant run there by an A. Curran. Brilliant pass up the field by Ciara O'Connor, Kate, and an excellent start really this is.
Absolutely, a great score by an A. Curran. An individual score. She took on her player, she got inside her and dropped it low and hard into the net, and what a great score by an A. Curran.
Ray Jennings with the puck out again, well placed. Kate Kenny with it now. She's trying to get away from the attentions of 3 Wexford defenders and has the advantage. Roisin Egan with the low ball in towards the corner. Maria Tehan is in there, but the referee has brought it back for the foul here in the middle of the field on Kate Kenny, and Offaly have a free in. Just to start, Wexford would have wanted there.
Oh, couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. I'd say I wouldn't surprise me if Offaly will take a few minutes to settle into the game as well. And they're definitely. I don't think they were expecting this kind of performance from Wexford in the first quarter of the game anyway. But you'd have to say Wexford the better of the first 10 minutes or so, or 8 minutes or so. I mean, 9 points up to 1 with 8 minutes in it, and the only score that Offaly have gotten is from a free. So it just goes to show we're really on top. in all parts of the field at the moment.
And Offaly have just made a positional switch there. They've swapped the sides of their two wing backs, Grania Dolan and Sharon Shanahan have swapped sides. So we're watching Mairead Teahan take this free. It's well struck. It's really well struck, in fact, and has gone all the way over the barricade.
Yeah, brilliant score by Mairead Teahan from out around the middle of the field. Exactly what they need to keep in touch at this point to get another score on the board for Offaly.
Puck out, Laura Brennan, it lands out around the middle of the field. Sharon Shanahan is there and flicks it forward, and Offaly had the chance to go on the attack again. They need to make something happen. There's a 7-point lead for Wexford here already as Emma Walsh has it, twisting the turn from Walsh and picks out a good pass, and A. Curran is here. That was an excellent ball forward for the Wexford forwards, and an A. Curran, the goal scorer only a couple of moments ago, is robbed expertly there by Michaela Morgan. A heavy tackle there by Kate Curran, but Morgan does well and offloads it here to Grania Dolan, and there's a little bit of space in front of Dolan here to run into, but she opts to send it forward in towards the corner forward Sarah Harding, but it's gone past them, and Roisin Egan is there and is fouled by Sarah Harding Kenny, and is going to be a free in now for Offaly, Kate.
Yeah, and that all started back from a great disposition by Michaela Morgan from Manae Kern, and up the field, a quick ball into the corner, and they've won another free in.
Probably could have been a better fielding, or probably could have been a better delivery into the forwards. It wasn't exactly fair. It kind of went over the corner forwards head and into space where Sarah Harding Kenny could have easily gotten back to it. But you know, Wexford's delivery to one another and passing is excellent at the moment, so maybe that's just highlighting that, you know, it's something Offaly could improve on.
So that's 3 out of 3 on the frees for Mairead Teahan so far, and Offaly have reduced the gap to 6 points now, 2-3 to 3 points after 10 minutes here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. Laura Brennan with the puck out, sent over here. It looks to be to the favour of the Offaly defenders. One here by Aisling Brennan. The hand pass was not good, however, and it's intercepted by Orla Sinnott. Orla, low ball in towards an A. Curran. It's just a little bit far maybe, and Sarah Walsh is out first to it. Short pass to Orla Kerwin. Orla turns and strikes it long into the full forward line. There's a bit of space opening up here, but well defended by Sarah Harding Kenny. Collision there. Roisin Egan has it for Offaly. Offloaded, and that's just gone astray a little bit, and is gathered up there by, I can't quite see who it is.
Maeve Sinnott.
Maeve Sinnott it was, in fact, yeah. Good defending there by Maeve, and it's forward here, but Orla Kerwin gets to it first for Offaly. The ball into the corner has gone a little bit too far, I think, and the umpire has waved it wide at the far side.
Probably another wasted chance there for Offaly. I mean, they had plenty of space. It was one-on-one there with the Wexford cornerback Sarah Harding Kenny. Need to be making more of their opportunities, Offaly, I think.
That's a great catch from that puck out by Grania Dolan there, and maybe this swapping of the two wing back sides has proven a good move so far, but that's a good touch there by Louise O'Leary, and managed to keep the ball well in play. Forward, I think, hasn't kept it in play with the strike though, Kate, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, she did excellent taking that ball, and you know, the little bit of a nudge to try to get her over the line, but unfortunately delivery, she drove it out the line.
I think it's a free toss. I think it's a free toss anyway. She got a push in the back on the way out, so all's well that ends well for Wexford, I suppose.
So the referee has brought it back for the Wexford free. And A. Curran with it now. And A has already shown what she can do with the pace offloaded here to Kate Kerwin. Back to Orla Sinnott. Orla sends it in towards Katrina Parrick. Well defended by Lorraine Keena. First touch, but Parrick is there and is persistent, and there's another chance maybe for Wexford to get a goal. Joanne Dillon is in and around it as well, and so too is Chloe Fox. Offloaded here. There was a dropping of the hurl. That's a foul now, and free out, and old habits die hard, Kate.
Yeah, very hard.
Claire,
very hard not to deliver that in. Katrina Park was ready to strike, you know, but just to take the referee to compliment him there, he picked up on that, but he also picked up on the girl pucking out the ball earlier. The Wexford keeper Mairead Jennings pucked out the ball before the whistle blew. You're entitled to puck out the ball the minute the whistle blows after a score, but she just pucked it out before he blew the whistle, and he pulled her in on that as well.
So that ball is all the way through here. Spilled, however, and falls to Orla Sinnott. Long ball towards Katrina Park. Katrina's up high, but it's flicked away from her. For a Wexford line ball, flicked away by Grania Dolan. And the wind seems to be strengthening, certainly up here at the back of the stand in Wexford Park. I'm not sure, it doesn't look like the flags are that much stronger. But Ciara O'Connor has it now for Wexford. The shot might turn in, and it has turned in and has gone over the bar. An excellent score there, Kate.
Yeah, fantastic score by Ciara O'Connor. Won it along the line and straight up, no messing about and over the bar. That's exactly what we love to see Wexford doing.
Jennings with the puck out again. This is a long one all the way in, but is met very, very well by Emma Walsh. Really at top speed there. Lisa Bulger crossfield, good crossfield ball to Katrina Parrick and offloaded. This is great interplay here by the Wexford forwards. Kate Curran just stalled a little bit there, but it's back here now with Katrina Parrick. Katrina's blocked down well by Grania Dolan, I think it was, and Offaly come away with it now. The long ball in towards Sarah Harding, but Sarah Harding Kenny is out in front, and it breaks here to the ground. Ciara O'Connor flicks it outside here as far as Laura Dempsey. Laura's being chased by Louise Mannion, and that one is forward, but intercepted again. That ball forward to Roisin Egan was just spilled, and we have a scrappy little part of the game here. Kate Kerwin, there was perhaps a little trip there. The referee didn't agree, but Aisling Brennan has it now for Offaly. A long ball in towards the full forward line. Is it going to carry all the way? Laura Brennan, safe pair of hands there, is trying to get out past Mairead Tehan and does so, and sends the ball out towards the sideline here, Claire, and a little bit scrappy, but
yeah, she did well to collect the ball there. Laura would be disappointed that went out over the line. We met that ball well. Louise had her woman sorted there, so Laura was obviously doing the calling from behind. Yeah, we just need to pick up the pace a bit now from a Wexford point of view, just to clean things up a little bit. But we're definitely still on top. That's for sure, I suppose.
And Offaly have a chance again here now. Aisling Brennan with it, trying to burst through, and has burst through and sends it over the bar. That's a really nice score there, Kate. She had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, a really nice score by Aisling Brennan, and a nice strike off her left. And you'd have to say Offaly mightn't have started off very strong, but they're definitely settling into this game a lot better now.
Puck out again from Laura Brennan, and picks out Ciara O'Connor. And a low ball in towards Katrina Parrick again. 2-4 to 4 points here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. Wexford have made a bright start, but a few frees have kept Offaly in it. Kate Curran offloads it to Katrina Parrick. Good defending again by Grania Dolan, but Parrick is still there, persistent, and has a chance now. There is a chance for a third goal for Wexford. The shot, is it perhaps half blocked? No, it isn't. It's gone to the right hand side and wide, and that was a very good chance there, Claire.
Yeah, and lovely work again, it has to be said, from Kate Kerwin. She works really, really hard for Wexford every day she's out there, and sometimes she's putting in the hard tackles and giving off the ball selflessly to other people, so more great work from her there.
And Chloe Fox with it now, and sends this one towards the post and over the bar. An excellent score, and that's a second point for Chloe Fox. And I think the referee has called for a water break here in Chadwick's Wexford Park, with Wexford leading by 2-5 to 4 points.
It's probably taken Offaly up to the water break to get into it. They're finally starting to pick off a few scores and get comfortable on the pitch. So, you know, maybe the water break mightn't suit them now because they're only starting to get into the game a little bit. But Wexford will be really happy with the first quarter anyway, that's for sure, Kate.
Yeah, definitely. And you've four of our forwards that are on the scoreboard and a midfielder in the first quarter to be leading 2-5 to 4 points, to definitely be happy with that against a bit of a breeze that's here in Wexford Park. So they've really gone at Offaly and stunned them, you'd have to say, in the first few minutes there.
I don't think Offaly were expecting this start from Wexford, but I feel that we're going to see a purple patch from Offaly maybe in this quarter coming forward. They are creating a huge amount of space in our backs. Our full back line of Sarah Louise and Laura Dempsey, or Maeve or Emma, whoever's back there at the time, they have plenty of pace. They're coming out in front. They're doing exactly what you want to see them doing. But Offaly are definitely creating the space. If they can get their passing right, they should pick up a few scores in the second quarter.
The referee is encouraging them to stick only to the minute, so he seems to be keen to get the game going again.
You can really see the confidence in Wexford. I mean, the win last weekend, and for anybody who didn't see the game, like, we were down by a point, we got a penalty, Chloe Fox earned it, she took it, and loads of players, forwards, maybe free takers, Kate, in a normal circumstance would take the point. We were in extra time and take the draw, but she didn't. She went for it. It was a fantastic goal, and it was like they had really nearly won a final. They celebrated so much after that win last weekend, so you can really see their confidence coming through today.
The short puck out goes to Sarah Walsh here, and the game is back underway. Forward here, and it's caught nicely by Kate Kenny. She's swallowed up by 2 Wexford defenders. Orla Sinnott is one, but Sinnott was just a little bit loose with the slap across there. I don't know, should the referee be going to a pocket for something like that, Kate? But it was a foul, but I don't know, should it be a yellow card really?
Yeah, and you'd have to say maybe it's her first incident, that maybe it just deserves a ticking. I'm not sure, as you said, Peter, that it is really a yellow card offence at this point. There was nothing malicious in it either.
That's our second yellow card now. It was fairly harmless, but at the same time, I suppose he's making his presence known with his discipline rules.
So Murray Teagan with the free. There's good distance on it, and there's good accuracy as well, and Offaly are back within 6 points again, 2-5 to 5 points, and that's 4 points now for Murray Teagan from frees, and she seems to be very competent on the frees.
Yeah, well, what they don't have in Siobhan Flannery, they definitely have in Murray Teagan. She's been excellent so far, and Offaly seem to be settling well into this second quarter.
This is a fabulous run at the far side by Amy Cardiff, and offloaded to her club colleague Ciara O'Connor, and there's a chance of a third goal maybe for Wexford. Oh, fabulous shot by Ciara O'Connor. I think that might have been a goal. I'm very sure that was a goal, Kate.
Yeah, and she's fairly adamant herself. She went in to say it to the umpires, and they're not even budging or querying it. But if you had a close camera on it, I'd like to see.
But it's Offaly on the attack now. I think it might be number 19, Deirdre Cusson, who has the ball at the far side, and that ball has gone wide. But that was a very controversial moment there.
Just to say, Peter, we are 1-1 down because they didn't include that point that the umpire was, the linesman was calling for that point that went over earlier, and now we've got a goal which we believe hit the back bar. But it's just people on the sideline are crying out for the ball to be brought back, but it's not being brought back. That's 1-1. We're down. I hope we're not looking for that in the second half.
Kate Kerwin with it now, and it's sent over across the far side here to Anae Curran. That happened here, of course, a few years ago against Offaly. I think it was when Mark Fanning took a penalty and it came back off the same post, I think, and back out again. But the free is for Wexford here, and it was won by Anae Curran. So it'll be very interesting to see the replay, but I'm 99.9% sure that was a goal. But
and what a cracking shot it was, Peter. It was absolutely brilliant shot. And to be fair to Offaly, Katrina had made her way inside, and the back kind of split. And so it was a kind of split decision by Ciara, and what a shot she put in. And I'd agree with you, Peter. I think it was definitely a goal.
It even sounded like it. That might sound silly, but it even sounded like it hit the bar at the back of the net.
But we may park it now altogether and stop going on about it, I suppose, till we see it again. But it's Chloe Fox with the free now, and it's sent in. And that one has definitely come off the right post anyway. That wasn't a goal. And it's back here now. It's back here now. And Offaly have it cleared. Good crossfield pass there. And Offaly have a chance now, and there's a foul there, I think, on Sarah Harding, and a free into Offaly. So there's a chance to go back within 5 points again for Offaly here, and Wexford are giving away a few frees now, I suppose. Murray Teagan has scored 4 already, and this will be the 5th probably.
Yeah, and they're finding their feet, and their passes have much improved since the first quarter. Their confidence it's nearly like they've settled in now. I'd be surprised if Murray Teagan misses this, considering how she's been going. Offaly definitely taken on, but they'll be delighted with I know we won't talk about it anymore, but they've gotten away with that there. So I hope we're not looking for that score at the end of the game. If nothing else, it will make Wexford more determined to push on even harder.
And that free was nicely pointed by Murray Teagan, and it seems, just for those of you watching at home, the number 9 on the Offaly jersey, or the number 3 on the Offaly jerseys, look very similar to a 9. So it is in fact Grania Egan and Caitlin Kennedy who are playing, of course. I was calling out 29 and 19, but that ball has been sent over by Orla Sinnott, and an excellent score there, Kate.
Yeah, brilliant score by Orla Sinnott, straight from the puck out and down the field and over the bar. A very just 1-2 over the bar. Brilliant score by Wexford.
Short puck out again from Mairead Jennings. It finds Roisin Egan, and a hand pass to the far side to Sharon Shanahan, but she's blocked down by Lisa Bulger, and a line ball to Offaly now at the far side. And it's going to be taken by Sharon Shanahan, who was blocked down. So we have almost 21 minutes gone here. Good cut by Shanahan, sent all the way in. Intercepted there by Amy Cardiff, but it's broken here, and Offaly have a chance to run through. There's a great run here now, and there is a bit of a chance. There's 4 or 5 Wexford defenders there, but who's going to come away with it? It's Ciara, or it's Amy Cardiff it is, in fact, who's in there, and it's offloaded here to Lisa Bulger, and that was good defending overall by Wexford there.
Excellent. They really hunted in packs there to try and break down that attack, because the Offaly forwards are coming at speed there.
And Ciara O'Connor is fouled there, and Wexford have a free from their own 65. That was a great run in, but Wexford showed real determination to clear that one out, Claire.
Yeah, definitely. And I suppose maybe when Mairead looks back on that, she'd be disappointed that she didn't let the ball into the Offaly player on the inside. But what a burst of pace she had when she took the ball on the run. And she'd be disappointed that she didn't get a score, at least from that attack.
Ciara O'Connor with the free. It's gone a little bit higher maybe than she had hoped, but it's landed in the danger zone nonetheless, and the breaks here too. And Acorn, a shot, and it's blocked down, very well blocked there by the Offaly centre back Michaela Morgan. Forward here now, and Orla Kerwin sends it across into the middle again. Ball breaks to Amy Cardiff. Amy picks out Lisa Bulger further forward. Lisa has a little bit of space. It's sent back over this near side here to Kate Kerwin. Kate has time to plant the feet. A long ball in towards Katrina Parrick at the edge of the square. Ball comes off the hand of Parrick, and Jennings is quick off her goal line. Forward again to Michaela Morgan. Crossfield, a good catch there by Amy Cardiff, and there's a high tackle. The referee is playing an advantage to Wexford. I think he's inclined to bring this one back. He is, and we'll have a free from a very similar position again, Kate.
Yeah, you can see that Wexford are playing a great style of play. Crossfield ball there from Lisa Bulger over to Kate Kerwin, and you know they're moving the ball very well. I see Chloe Fox is going to.
They're also moving around really comfortably. Ciara O'Connor, Amy Cardiff, Orla Sinnott, Emma Walsh moving around really comfortably. They're all comfortable at half back, midfield, and you can see Ciara O'Connor making a run through the centre here, also comfortable in the half forward line.
That was perhaps a good idea from Chloe Fox, but didn't work out too well, and the referee is playing an advantage here to Offaly. It's going to be brought back here. Aisling Brennan with the ball. It's going to be a free from Offaly from their own 45 metre line maybe, or thereabouts. And since the second Wexford goal, Claire, Offaly have, I suppose, got the better things nearly.
Yeah, they have. They've settled into their game, I suppose. We had the cracking start, but they're definitely more settled and more confident on the ball. And like we said, we were expecting to see a purple patch at some stage.
And that was an excellent catch by Chloe Fox. And the shot has gone to the right-hand side and wide. The Wexford crowd are appealing for a foul there, but there was no free given, and it's a puck out now, Mairead Jennings. And it's taken quickly forward to Roisin Egan. Roisin turns and strikes quickly, heading towards the goal, heading towards the square, but that's gone to the left-hand side and wide. Maybe
a let-off for us there. You could see Roisin Egan had a point in mind, and an excellent puck-out from Mairead Jennings. Mairead Jennings has been excellent on her puck-outs, and the Offaly girls are getting into good positions for her, so they seem to be on top in that sector anyway.
Puck-out, Laura Brennan breaks here. Michaela Morgan has it. Good run by Morgan forward here, and it nearly fall back to her there, but Kate Kenny has it now. Pursued by Maeve Sinnott. Good work by Kenny to still keep control of the ball, and the shot now off her right hand side has gone over the bar, and that's a really fabulous score, Kate.
Yeah, excellent score, and you can see there's a great ding dong battle kind of going on with Nate Kern and Michaela Morgan, and that was Michaela Morgan driving forward, and a great pass out, and look, a great score by Kate Kenny from out past the 45-yard line.
Brilliant fielding from Offaly in general. They're great in the air.
And this ball breaks here. Caitlin Kennedy forward to Grania Dolan. Grania is very close to the line. In fact, the linesman has the flag up, and a line ball to Wexford. Taken short to Laura Dempsey. Laura cuts back inside. Here to Emma Walsh. Emma low ball across the field. Lisa Bulger is there, but Sharon Shanahan is also there. 4 or 5 here in the battle for this. Who's going to come away with it? Often the team who wins the most of these type of scrum situations is the team that wins any game, and that one was won by Grania Dolan. And forward here to Roisin Egan. Back again here now with Aisling Brennan. Dangerous ball into the square. The ball breaks here, and Louise O'Leary is the one to come away with it. There was good defending there by Sarah Harding-Kenny, and it falls back to Harding-Kenny again. And there was a bit of charging perhaps there, and the referee is giving a free into Offaly.
Yeah, I knew that was unfortunately, it was a charge, and you'd have to say it is a free to Offaly. The forward is nearly always bound to get the advantage, but she probably dropped the shoulder a little bit too much there. But unlucky, because she had defended well, she'd taken the pass back off Louise O'Leary well. Referee is having a word with her there, I assume. Unlucky. Can't argue with the free, really.
And it seems the Wexford management, I think, have asked Linda Bulger to warm up, so perhaps there'll be a change imminent as Mairead Keane stands over this free. And as that one has been pointed, 6 out of 6 for Offaly on the frees, and it's a 4-point game now, Kate.
Yeah, an impeccable free by Mairead Keane. She hasn't missed that in short, long, and she's been definitely challenged on her frees, and 6 from 6, you can't argue with that.
So we have Chloe Fox down there receiving attention to her hand or her arm or something around there.
I'd love to see more ball going into our full forward line. We have Joanne Dillon, we have Katrina Parrock, and on occasion Chloe Fox. 3 super forwards. I just love to see Wexford getting a bit. I know we're against the wind and it has risen a bit, but I'd love to see some ball getting into that full forward line. They'd be lethal if they got something in there. Just haven't seen the ball in a while.
That puck out went straight to Kate Kenny, and Offaly have maybe a bit of an overlap here. There's a great chance of a goal for Offaly. Hand pass forward here, and there is a chance. Sarah Harding with it, but she's been penalised for charging as well. So the 2 Sarah Hardings have been penalised for charging in the last couple of minutes.
And
there.
you have to hand it to the Wexford defenders there. Louise, Laura, Sarah Harding-Kenny. That's brilliant defence, and to win a free out. Offaly we might feel unlucky, that they didn't get a free in the way, but brilliant defending by Wexford.
Laura Brennan with the free, only as far as Grania Egan. Grania sends it into the full forward line. Louise O'Leary was there and intercepts it very importantly. Louise O'Leary again with it, sends it forward here all the way to Katrina Parrock. Katrina is half blocked, but still the ball manages to get through as far as Kate Kerwin, and there was a drag back on Kate Kerwin there, Kate, and a free in for Wexford, and an important time for Wexford to be getting a score, because it has been all Offaly in the last few minutes, really. Yeah,
definitely. They've outscored us in this quarter so far, 4 points to 1. So you would say that they definitely fought their way back into this game, and as you said, there's only 4 points in it at this point, and Chloe gets this score, will push it back out to 5, but you can really see that Offaly are strong under the high ball. They're starting to win our puck outs. We've gone all long, 8 long, and I think the first 2 or 3 we won, and Offaly are really starting to come into their own on those as well.
It's the first time also in about 10 minutes that the ball went into our full forward line, and Katrina managed to get the pass into Kate Kerwin, who again did the hard work and won the free. So
that free was pointed by Chloe Fox, and we have 3 minutes of injury or added time here at the end of the first half in Chadwick's Wexford Park, with Wexford leading by 7 to 8 points, and Mairead Jennings with the very long puck out.
Brilliant fielding.
Brilliant catch there by Sarah Harding, but the offload didn't match the catch, and it's back with Wexford again. Ciara O'Connor with it. Low ball in towards Chloe Fox, who seems to have recovered from that hand injury she had a few moments ago. Twisting the turn from Fox, she's blocked down by the cornerback Lorraine Keane. Ball breaks here to Grania Dolan, who received a yellow card only a few moments ago. Inside to her centre back Michaela Mork, and that clearance is not good, but it still finds an Offaly player, Sharon Shanahan. Shanahan has it and has it away in towards the corner here, and it's broken down. Caitlin Kennedy was the Offaly player there, but she was dispossessed by Laura Dempsey. A flick inside to her club colleague Emma Walsh, and offloaded again to Maeve Sinnott. Good work here by Sinnott, and a very good ball forward in towards Joanne Dillon. A really good forwards ball that, and Dillon has it now. Can she get around Sarah Walsh? She can. There's a chance of a third goal here for Wexford. Joanne Dillon, a shot, a wonderful save by Mairead Jennings. It's still there in the danger zone, but Jennings has done really, really well, and it's outside here now to Sarah Walsh. That was fabulous goalkeeping there by Mairead Jennings, Kate.
Absolutely, and you could see the burst of pace from Joanne. She really made her space and plenty of room to get the shot in, and what a great decision by Mairead Jennings to come out and get the block in, and another save.
And here's Wexford on the attack again. Ciara O'Connor all the way through the middle of the shot, and another save by Mairead Jennings, and a third save by Mairead Jennings. That's really excellent
That's
goalkeeping.
unbelievable goalkeeping from Maria Jennings. Not only has she been excellent on puckouts, but they had 3 immense saves. In a normal game, like, you might get one of those. Absolutely brilliant.
Wexford with the ball again. Maeve Sinnott trying to make a bit of room to pass it off. It's let off, but it's thrown off according to the referee, and it's going to be a free now to Offaly. And
unlucky for Maeve Sinnott, she created the last 2 attacks for Wexford by giving excellent balls into the forwards. Unlucky there. She was under pressure. She couldn't release the ball in time, but she's playing a great game, Maeve Sinnott.
we've seen a very entertaining first 31 and a half minutes here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. It's Offaly with the free. Mairead Teahan has come all the way out to take it from her own 65. She has that bit of a breeze behind her, and it has strengthened since the game has started. So Wexford will have the advantage of it in the second half. But for now, it's Offaly and Mairead Teahan. This one looks to be drifting off to the left-hand side and wide. And a minute left to half-time now, Kate.
Yeah, and Mairead will be disappointed she didn't get that. She came all the way back to her own 70 to take the shot, and unfortunately drifted off left and wide. But yeah, half-time is just called there, Peter.
So we have half-time here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. The 3 minutes must have been counted at the water break or something. There's always a bit of a confusion over that. But 2 7 to 8 points. Claire, how would you sum up the first half?
Oh, well, Wexford definitely had the better start, an unbelievable start from Wexford. We saw Offaly's purple patch there in the second quarter. Overall, I'd still think that Wexford probably have a better general performance. When we got the few balls into our full forward line there in the last 2 or 3 minutes, you could see the attack, the wave of attacks coming on. We have the potential. Excellent Offaly backs, but our full forward line really need to see more of the ball. As we said earlier, Offaly excellent at fielding the ball in the air, confident in their passes now that they weren't so assured of in the first few minutes. Overall, very entertaining Camogie, and you'd have to compliment Wexford stepping it up every single week. 1 or 2% better in every few minutes that they're playing. And it's worth mentioning as well, we've got a lot of injuries, 11 kind of niggles or injuries. That's a lot of players to be down when you're going game after game, week after week. And I'm sure all counties are suffering the same, but we also have a bit of strength on the sideline if we need to bring people in. The weather, it's still warm, the conditions are warm. Hopefully the wind will stay with us now. If we can take advantage of that in the second half, everything's a help.
Well, we'll just take a short break here in the commentary box, and we'll be back with coverage of the second half in 5 or 10 minutes. So the teams are back out onto the field here, and we'll try and keep you up to date with any changes that we may have during the course of this second half. And we already have one anyway. Linda Bulger is in, so we have Linda and Lisa Bulger in, and we may just figure out, I think it might be Kate Kerwin who's made way there, Claire.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the team to settle to see, but Kate Kerwin gave everything that she could give, and she worked hard for the time that she was on the field. Nice to see Linda coming in from an experience point of view. She's played some great camogie for Wexford in the last few years, so hopefully she can get stuck in now, and here she is.
So clearing away with the ball is Caitlin Kennedy, and the shot, and that's gone over the bar. An excellent start for Offaly, and an excellent score from Caitlin Kennedy there. So that, just to confirm that change, it is Linda Bulger for Kate Kerwin on the Wexford side. Kate.
Yeah, no, and a great start for Offaly. It looks like the town end goal is probably the scoring goal here today. Well, we're hoping not, but they got off to the same start as Wexford did while it was a point.
And we have a bit of a scrum for the ball there, and coming away with it is the Offaly midfielder Aisling Brennan, I think it was, who sent it long forward in here. Sarah Harding-Kenny is sprinting out to this one for Wexford and manages to get there first. She's tackled and fouled by Grania Egan, and Wexford have a free, Claire.
Yeah, that was a well-earned free from Sarah there. Well-earned free, came out at pace, collected the ball, pushed on. She has a bit of an attacking presence. Even when she plays with the club, she attacks well. So nice to see her doing well there and getting a good free. Settle Wexford maybe.
Emma Walsh with the free. It's a long ball in towards the full forward line. Chloe Fox is trying to chase it down to stop it going out over the end line, and she does stop it and has it up. I don't know how she managed to get it up, but it's up now, and Chloe Fox with the shot, and that's flashed across the goal and wide on the right hand side. And Wexford have had plenty of goal chances now, Kate, in this game.
Yeah, definitely. In the last quarter they had 3 goal chances, and you'd have to say Mairead Jennings is having a great day in the goal today.
Except perhaps for that puck out which went over the line, but
missed by the Shanahan,
missed by
number
Sharon
7 Sharon
Shanahan.
Shanahan.
It's back here now with Lisa Bulger, and that one has gone to the left hand side and wide. So a couple of wides now, and Wexford are going to have to start getting the scoreboard ticking over, Claire.
And they need to start winning puckouts. Offaly are winning all the puckouts, well, their own for sure anyway. They've been excellent, but Wexford need to push up now and start winning, not allowing them those nice puckouts.
And we have another bit of a scrum here, and the referee has decided to throw this one in. Ball is won, and Offaly have a chance to go on the attack again. Flicked forward, good defending there. Amy Cardiff, the captain of the Wexford team, has a bit of space in front of her, and she tried to flick it out to Lisa Bulger, but she perhaps lost where she was on the field and thought that Lisa was a bit further away there, Kate. But
yeah, definitely overplayed that pass, Peter, but the intention was good, and she, to be fair, burst out with the clearance out of backs, but the pass was definitely overplayed.
A lot of space in the Wexford defence here. We'd like to see it closed up a bit just to prevent any open attacks.
so Sharon Shanahan with the line ball. She's shown to be very good at these, and it's broken all the way through here to Maeve Sinnott. Maeve is tackled by Mairead Teahan and hooked by Teahan. Good work by the Offaly forwards here to get this ball back, and there's definitely an overlap here. Grania Egan has the ball, and Offaly have a great chance of a goal. Sarah Harding is screaming for it if Egan can get it to her. There was loads of steps taken, but the ball is sent over the bar, and Offaly are back within 3 points again, Claire.
Yeah, like we said, too much space there at the back. The full back, there's only 2 in the full back line there. Offaly were well able to open it up and create the overlap, so we want to tidy that up a bit maybe going forward. Good score from Offaly, in fairness.
Laura Brennan with the puck out. This one has gone very high and very long. And A. Curran is the target, and it's in A's hand, and there's a chance now for her to get a score. The umpires are looking at it and waving it wide, unfortunately. So that's 6 wides now for Wexford. And A. Curran has got 1-1 in the first half, of course, but Wexford are yet to score in this second half, Kate.
Yeah, and that would have been a typical an Acorn point. She's well capable of getting them over, but just unfortunate with that shot that it didn't go over the bar for her.
A well-placed puck out again. Aisling Brennan is fouled.
And another Offaly puck out won by an Offaly girl and a free one from it. We probably need to work on that a little bit harder.
Long ball forward. Orla Sinnott tries to intercept it. It goes all the way through to Louise O'Leary. Louise has her body over it and has the ball up. Flicked inside here to Amy Cardiff. Amy's pass forward was not very good and it's intercepted, and back with Offaly again. Roisin Egan has plenty of space here. There's an overlap. The ball is flicked through and there's a great chance of a goal here for Offaly and Mairead team, but that ball is flashed to the left hand side and wide, and that was a big let off there, Claire.
Big let off. They're opening up that space in front of our goal, and they're moving off the ball well. They're finding each other well. Wexford just need a minute to settle down now and stop the push that Offaly have. But Offaly are doing really, really well. Again, winning their puck outs, winning their frees. Just need Wexford to settle a bit now and find their positions on the field and close the back up a little bit.
It looks as though Kate Anna Hennessy has been sent to warm up there.
Yeah. And well, you would have to say that Wexford seem to be opened up around the middle there. The last couple of attacks by Offaly, they'll be really disappointed. The last attack before this one, it was definitely 3-on-2 down the middle, and I think they'll be disappointed that they haven't got a goal out of the last 2 attacks. They've definitely made the opportunities, and they've definitely put Wexford backs under serious amount of pressure. And from a Wexford point of view, I think they've done really well to keep them out.
But also from a Wexford point of view, we could do with bringing out maybe Katrina or Chloe or Joanne, because the 3 of them are standing there in the full forward line. Excellent forwards, have speed, have potential to run with the ball. If we could move one of them out, it could get the ball further in for Wexford as well.
So Louise O'Leary is up and ready to go again as Laura Brennan gets the game underway. A long puck out straight down the middle, and it breaks to Offaly again, but Ciara O'Connor's there to flick it away, and it goes all the way through to Anae Curran. Anae has it up, but she's intercepted by a combination of Aisling Brennan and Grania Dolan, and Offaly have it back again, and they have a free out for a chop. Free taken quickly and sent all the way in long. It just evades Laura Dempsey there. Good ball in towards Sarah Harding in the full forward line, but our Sarah Harding is there, and Amy Cardiff has it now. There's loads of space over here for Linda Bulger. A good pass forward by Amy Cardiff to Linda Bulger, and there's a chance for Wexford maybe. It's a long time since Wexford have scored. Linda Bulger with the shot. Is it going to turn in? It's going to be accurate, but it's short, and Mairead Jennings has it there. She's tackled by Ciara O'Connor and fouled in the opinion of the referee, and a free out to Offaly.
I would say that was probably maybe a soft free, to be fair to Ciara O'Connor. Went in, kept the arms out, didn't go in heavy, and
he's throwing in the ball now because she struck the ball off, the free off before he blew the whistle. That's the second time he's called Offaly back for striking the ball before he blows the whistle, so I think he's going to throw it in now on the 21-yard line.
Did she take it out of her hands maybe, and she wasn't the one who was fouled? Was that maybe also part of it? I don't know. There was definitely one or the other.
I thought he had blown the whistle. Maybe, sorry. Maybe it was the two things.
Could have been the two of them maybe. That's why it's been thrown in. But a let off there for Wexford, because the ball could have landed down here in the half back line, but it was cleared by Offaly nonetheless, but only as far as Linda Bulger. Linda on the 45-metre line right at the far side. Little ball inside to Chloe Fox. Chloe takes a snapshot, and that one has gone wide on 7 wides now for Wexford, Claire.
7 wides with 6 or 7 goal opportunities. Wexford will want to make this right. And I see Jackie Quigley coming on for Lisa Bulger, I think. Yeah. Jackie came on in the Limerick game as well, and was great at fielding the ball. So hopefully she'll have an impact on maybe puck outs, or at least getting up for puck outs.
Short puck out for Offaly this time. It's flicked forward here, and this has worked well so far. Offaly are playing this short ball, flicked forward by Grania Dolan. The shot there is heading in towards the Wexford goal, but has gone harmlessly to the right hand side and wide, and 6 wides now for Offaly overall, Kate.
Yeah, and look, it would have been a great score. She'd have got it over, but probably should have dropped it in around the square at that point, 1-on-1, and they've been doing quite well under the high ball all over the pitch. Orla
Kerwin back here, and a ball in towards the full forward line. I think Siobhan Flannery has been brought in for Offaly, but it's Wexford are coming away with it now through Ciara O'Connor, but it's spilled again, and back here with Mairead Teen. A low ball, Sarah Harding Kenny intercepts, is there first, and that ball, I don't know what the linesman was looking at there, but I don't think he was looking at a ball that went over the line, but the referee is giving a free nonetheless.
Yeah, well, again.
I think the ball probably was out before the free happened, but nonetheless it's a free in Wexford's favour, and I think Sarah's probably just getting a good few little intercepts in there at the right time in the backs, which, you know, like little it's kind of disrupting the Offaly forward play, because they definitely have the upper hand of Wexford at the minute, and they're definitely putting a lot of pressure on Wexford.
Emma Walsh with the free. It's sent long and straight. Offaly have a spare person back there. It's Michaela Morgan, but it's intercepted by Joanne Dillon. Joanne tried to get it up quickly but couldn't manage to do so, and now we have a scramble for possession. It's gathered up by Linda Bulger. Linda's trying to break a bit of space clear for herself, back to Chloe Fox. Chloe takes the shot quickly, but it's sent forward in towards Katrina Parrick. Parrick is out in front. Chance of a score here for Wexford, and Katrina Parrick, the shot has gone off to the right hand side and wide, and the Wexford forwards will start to be perhaps getting a bit frustrated with these wides, Kate.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, a little bit maybe they need to start looking at where's the best option again, and getting themselves into more scoreable positions.
If you think back to their first quarter performance, I mean, we're looking at a different style of play entirely from Wexford now. So we need to get them back to that first quarter performance to see the best of them.
Siobhan Flannery with it, trying to create a bit of space. This is a good ball across here as far as Grania Egan. Grania is blocked down brilliantly by Amy Cardiff there. The ball is flicked forward here as far as Jackie Quigley, who's getting her first possession of the ball. Quigley has been chased by Aisling Brennan. Good run so far. Can she pick out a colleague? There's a bit of a slap across, but the referee doesn't play an advantage to Wexford there, but the ball has gone to the left hand side and wide, and that's 9 wides now for Wexford.
Yeah, and at this point, like, Jackie did everything right there, bar the strike, and you know, she'll be disappointed she didn't get that over the bar. She turned onto her right, right in front of the goal, and unfortunately just tailed off to the left and wide.
And the ball is gathered up here by Michaela Morgan, who's trying to make ground with the ball. Good work here, and a hand pass forward to Siobhan Flannery, and Offaly are really opening up this Wexford defence, but Flannery is blocked down well, and Louise O'Leary has it now again. Good defending here by the Wexford half back line again, but Offaly are creating these chances a little bit too easily. Back here from Roisin Egan in across to Michaela Morgan, and that one has gone off to the right hand side as well, and it's wide for wide now at this stage, Claire.
I think the water break might be a good call for Wexford, because they seem very unsettled in their play in comparison to the first half.
That puck out has gone over to the far side, but the two Offaly defenders, one of them is Grania Dolan, sent forward here towards Kate Kenny. Kate is out in front again. She scored a point in the first half, back inside here, and Offaly have a chance again. Roisin Egan turns back and gives it back to Kenny. Kenny is shown great pace here. She has the white boots to match it, and a shot here now for Offaly. A good save by Laura Brennan. Louise O'Leary is out to it first and flicks it away. A good interception, an important interception there, but it's Offaly still on the attack again. Flicked here to Siobhan Flannery. Siobhan spills it and the ball is on the ground again. Wexford, there's been some great last ditch defending here, but it's the chances Offaly are creating that's the real worry here in this game so far, as Orla Sinna comes away with it now. Plenty of steps taken, but she got away with an extra one or two maybe, as Linda Bulger has it now. A low ball in towards Katrina Parrick at the far side on the 20 metre line.
Love to see Katrina taking it on.
So we'll see now if she follows the advice of Claire O'Connor. Katrina Parrick has done that and has managed to make a bit of ground. Turn back inside. A crossfield pass here goes astray. Jackie Quigley is out after it for Wexford. But first to it is Caitlin Kennedy for Offaly. Low ball here as far as Grania Egan, and the game is speeding up. We're lacking scores in this second half so far, but we've had plenty of chances and plenty of excitement here with Roisin Egan. Roisin sends it along towards Kate Kenny, and Kate has it under control. Louise O'Leary is pursuing her and has been very tight in her marking so far in this game. The shot, however, from Kate Kenny is heading in towards the post and over the bar, and a fantastic score there by Kate Kenny. That's her second, Kate.
Yeah, fantastic score by Kate Kenny, and she tried to drop the shoulder and go by Louise O'Leary, so I think Louise did very well to keep her on the outside, but no doubt a great score by Kate Kenny. And
that puck out lands around the half forward line for Wexford, and Chloe Fox has it up again. Wexford are struggling to get scores, and that one is drifting as well, and things are quite scrappy from a Wexford point of view.
The radar is off for Chloe in her striking today. We just could do it a little bit more from her.
That ball forward has only gone as far as Amy Cardiff. Amy offloads it to Ciara O'Connor. Low ball up, but the Offaly defender was quickest to it there. Sarah Walsh. Sarah just took her eye off it when it came to hand passing the maybe, but Lorraine Keena is there now as well. Michaela Morgan, crossfield ball, and it's a good ball into plenty of space here in the forward line. Kate Kenny has certainly come into the game really well in these last few minutes. Outside to Grania Egan, and that ball is going to drift off to the right hand side and wide again.
Good pressure from Amy Cardiff there. She's made some great interceptions today, but we need to mark up, I suppose, from a Wexford point of view and get out in front for the ball.
That puck out breaks to the ground. Scramble again. Chloe Fox is there trying to flick it away, but Sarah Walsh is also there and it's spilled, but Linda Bulger has it up again. There's a free advantage being played to Wexford, forward in towards Katrina Park. Katrina tries to let it past her and the referee has brought it back for the free for Wexford, and this will be an important score if it can be pointed, Kate.
Yeah, definitely a welcome free for Wexford and Chloe Fox to get a score on the board. Wexford interestingly haven't scored at all in this second half yet. You can see that they've been under serious amount of pressure from Offaly. So Offaly have got 3 scores, 3 points in the second half so far, and Wexford are hoping to get their first score from Chloe now.
Offaly also have a huge amount of senior championship experience on the field. Michaela Morgan, Sharon Shanahan, Lorraine Keena. I mean, there's a huge. Siobhan Flannery just come on, Grania Egan as well, Maria Tean, and it's telling.
And that's a very important free from a Wexford point of view by Chloe Fox. She sent that one over the bar to put 3 points between the teams again. Puck out is taken short as far as Trina MacDonald. Trina picks out Grania Egan at the far side. Grania Dolan at the far side, I should say. Followed there by Anae Curran. Dolan tries to flick it off, but Ciara O'Connor is out there first to flick it away. Jackie Quigley is there too, and Wexford, maybe that score might have settled Wexford a little bit maybe, and will focus the minds again, but we still have a battle for it now, and it's Ciara O'Connor who comes away with it. Her hurl is being held a little bit but manages to create the space. A long ball, there's 2-on-1 in here on Katrina Parrick, and the ball breaks to Michaela Morgan. Low ball from Morgan as far as Sharon Shanahan. Joanne Dillon is there trying to flick it away. Good work by Shanahan. As I said at the start, she had a really excellent game the last time these two sides played in the championship, but is dispossessed by Joanne Dillon. The ball in towards Katrina Parrick is intercepted by Trina MacDonald. Back to Michaela Morgan again. Morgan tries to flick it inside and does so. As far as Sarah Walsh, Sarah is tackled a little bit heftily there by Jackie Quigley, and there might be a card perhaps there, Kate.
Yeah, possibly a card coming out, a bit of a wild shot, but I think he's leaving her off on that one. To be fair, I think he needs to do the mark first. It wasn't really a bookable offence.
Morgan with the free now, sent low. One here by Roisin Egan. Roisin twists and turns and sends it in. This is a dangerous ball. Siobhan Flannery's there. Laura Brennan is quickly off the line. No penalty. The referee waves away the appeals for that, and it's Maeve Sinnott who comes clear with it. A good ball forward by Sinnott as far as Anae Curran, and maybe there's a chance for Wexford at the other end. Anae Curran 45 metres out. Shot off her right hand side, and that's heading, where is it heading? It's heading over the bar. An excellent score by Anae Curran, and that's 1-2 for her now, Claire.
That's exactly the turnaround we want to see. Laura Brennan coming out, effectively blocking out the ball. Maeve Sinnott delivers a third excellent free ball into the forwards, and a great score for Wexford. And hopefully now, there's the water break. Maybe when we didn't want it, I suppose, from a Wexford point of view. But that's good to see Wexford picking it up now. They haven't been themselves for a few minutes, and we need to drive on now a bit.
You would have to say that maybe Offaly have been more pushing on the last 2 quarters than Wexford, and I'd like to see Wexford getting more back to the same form as the first quarter than the last 2. Offaly might be a bit disappointed didn't get maybe a goal in the last quarter. They definitely put a lot of pressure on our backs.
Yeah, they've been in the driving seat, but I suppose let's not forget we're still ahead. It's 15 points to 11. We're still 4 points ahead. If we can keep tapping the ball over, taking our scores, simple stuff will win the match for us. And we have the forwards inside. If we can just get a couple of decent balls in. Katrina Park is threatening every time she gets the ball in there. It's just getting the ball in, I suppose, is a big thing. Very open at the back. Offaly doing really well. And yeah, as Kate said, maybe a bit disappointed they haven't come through with a goal, but that was a great save there from Laura Brennan, and nicely cleared by Maeve Sinnott. So hopefully more of that now in the last quarter.
And from an Offaly point of view, we've seen Roisin Egan and Kate Kenny really come into the game there. They've got on plenty of ball here. They haven't quite managed to get the final shot for the goal, maybe into the goal, but they're getting on plenty of the goal.
They're coming in front, they're collecting the ball well, and they've been put under enough pressure by the Wexford backs to keep them out and take a point or two, but just like to see another 20% from Wexford. We are still up by 4 points.
So the game resumes now. Puck out from Mairead Jennings. She's been excellent so far with those brilliant saves in the first half to keep Offaly really in this game, and they are in this game as the ball breaks here. Linda Bulger has it offloaded to Amy Cardiff.
That's the first time we've broken their puck out too, which is brilliant to see.
But it's Offaly again with the ball now, sent forward. All the way through as far as Kate Kenny, and maybe there's a chance. Louise O'Leary has done well to keep her out so far. Kenny still has the ball and has taken too many steps, and there's going to be a free out now to Wexford, and some fantastic defending there by Louise O'Leary.
Yeah, definitely. Very disciplined by Louise, stood off her. You could see Kate Kenny tried to push by Louise, but Louise held her firm and won the free from pure discipline, and excellent play by Louise O'Leary.
In fairness to her, she's had a great game so far today, and she's got all those touches right, the ones that you don't see when you're just observing the game, so fair play to her. Another great piece of defending.
Long ball in finds Michaela Morgan, who seems to be playing as a spare player there back for Offaly in this second half, and there's a chance maybe again for Offaly to go on the attack. Caitlin Kennedy, who's already scored 1 point, will she add a second? No, not on this occasion. That one has gone wide, and both teams now have 9 wides.
I'd like to see Wexford winning their own puck out here.
And it's won there by
Brilliant.
Jackie Quigley. A brilliant catch. As you said, Claire, when she was brought on, Jackie is always fairly good in the air, and that was a good example of it that time. Sarah Walsh is trying to get it up now for Offaly, but she's under pressure. Katrina Park is there, and Lorraine Keane is also there for Offaly, but it's here. Chloe Fox almost gathered it very close to the ground, but some tenacious defending there sees a free out for Offaly and a chance for them to go on the attack.
I knew he was going to blow the whistle, but I didn't want to say it. Sharon Shanahan, she earned the free. She took it from her hand, but it wasn't from behind the 45. You have to be behind your own 45 to take that free from the hand. So
it seems to be harsh that the punishment is a throw-in rather than just reminding them to go back, Kate. Maybe something that could be looked at in the future, maybe.
Yeah, definitely, because you can see in a championship match that like she wanted to keep the ball moving quickly, and probably wasn't aware she was so far out the field.
Unfortunately, Michaela Markin is working extremely well as an extra player. I know we don't like to use the word sweeper anymore, but that's exactly what she's doing. She's clearing left and right. She's reading the ball excellently, and she's really putting a stop to our attack there. I'm wondering, should we push up on her? It's not the type of player you'd like to leave free, Michaela Markin.
Exactly, Claire. I think I'm not sure if we're just playing out further and leaving one person in, but she's definitely sitting in the hole, and she's doing a lot of spraying the ball and dictating the game from an Offaly point of view in the last quarter as well, and you can see her influence is still very dominant there.
It's taken the pressure off the Offaly backs entirely.
And Offaly have a free in now from about 55 metres out, and to be taken by Mairead Teahan. 2-9 to 11 points here in Chadwick's Wexford Park after 20 and a half minutes on the clock here. Teahan has sent that one straight over the bar, and that's 8 points in total for her. I think 7 points perhaps, as there's a sub being made here for Wexford. Emma Dempsey, number 22, is coming in, and there's no one seems to be too keen to come off. Chloe Fox, I think, is going to make way.
Chloe saved the day the last day when she earned that penalty, scored that goal. You know, her form might have been slightly off today. It wasn't from lack of effort. Balls are going wide on her. So hopefully Emma can make an impression here for Wexford in this last quarter.
And on the Offaly side, it seems Orla Maher, number 21, has also been brought on there as the ball breaks around the 45 metre line again, and we've had plenty of scrambles for possession around this 45 metre line, but this one is won by Orla Sinnott and Wexford. Orla turns back inside, taps the ball off her hurl, offloaded to Jackie Quigley. Jackie back here to Linda Bulger. Linda with the shot. It's going straight and through and over the bar, and Wexford are back into a 4-point lead, Kate.
Yeah, and an excellent score. Orla Sinnott won it in the ruck. They passed it out till the person was in the right position, and Linda saw that the shot was on and took a great score from outside the 45.
And Linda's great at those shots. She's well able to take a big score from out the field.
Long puck out from Mairead Jennings. Breaks down to Orla Maher, who's been brought on the last few moments and has won a free for her side, and maybe Offaly will be able to get that point straight back.
Yeah, well, we seem to be breaking their fielding in the air, but they're picking up on the breaks as well from puck outs. So Mairead Teahan hasn't been too off for him from before now, so it's likely that she'll put this one over as well.
And Offaly have made another sub. Number 17, Amy Byrne, has come in. I think it might be for number 7, Sharon Shanahan. That free has been sent wide.
And similar to the one in the first half, I think the protesting by the Offaly players that was a point. So maybe score for score or not score for not score, similar to the one with Chloe Fox in the first half. So I thought it was a point, you know.
All we need now is for an Offaly goal to be disallowed as well, and to be level. Laura Brennan with the poke out and it's sent long. But down the throat of the Offaly defender, Aisling Brennan, who dropped it as far as an A current, but the shot from an A is short, and Maria Jennings deals with it expertly in the goal. She has been very impressive. Outside here to Grania Dolan. Good pass to Roisin Egan, and another good pass here to Aisling Brennan again. This is good interplay by Offaly. Challenge there by Amy Cardiff, but Brennan still has it offloaded to Orla Marr. Orla offload again to Kate Kenny. And Louise O'Leary there has managed to come away with it again on that occasion. She must have she has put in some very important tackles in this second half for Wexford. The ball breaks here. Caitlin Kennedy with it, trying to make a bit of room, and has over carried it, and free now for Wexford. And the crowd are getting into it, the managements are getting it into it, and everyone knows that this is a crucial period of this game.
That was pure hard work from Wexford there. Every single one of the Wexford players there, you know, busting a gut to try and keep possession and get the ball back out the field. We need to make use of the ball more cleverly. They have got an extra player back, the Offaly defenders. They're using Michaela well. We just need to give a good ball into our forwards, give them the chance to take a score.
And number 21, Mag Byrne, has been brought into the equation for Wexford in place of number 10, A Curran, who scored 1-2 in the game. Another excellent performance from an A. We'll see now if Mag can get a score or two on the board as well, as the free is taken now by Ciara O'Connor. It's sent high and long in towards the square. A dangerous ball in. Is it going to go all the way? It's broken to the ground, and maybe there's a chance for a goal here. There's plenty of bodies in there for Offaly, but there's also plenty in for Wexford as well. The ball breaks. Linda Bulger is there trying to get it up, and so too is Joanne Dillon on the outside if the ball can break clear to her, but it's Offaly who come away with it. Michaela Morgan, and there was perhaps a bit of charge in there, and the referee has not really made up his mind. He's going to give a penalty for that, and
well, he did penalise Sarah Harding-Kenny in the first half for coming out in the exact same position charging. So, you know, consistency if nothing else.
It just seems like a very, very harsh punishment for someone trying to break out and clear a ball. But look, it did come across like it was a charge, and unfortunately she was inside the box. You know,
she probably did charge, same as Sarah Harding-Kenny in the first half, but it's tough. It's a big call.
She's also received a yellow card for that now. Maybe it wasn't only for the challenge, maybe there was a dissent or something that we didn't hear, but again, unfortunate one there, because sometimes the defender is just trying to get out their best, and if someone stands in their way, you know, sometimes that can be something you'd see at the last minute. But Wexford have a penalty now nonetheless, and it looks like Linda Bulger is standing over it, or perhaps Joanne, once she's ready to go again, will take it, but we'll see now. We obviously had an important penalty last week against Limerick to win the game, but Chloe Fox has just been taken off, so Linda Bulger is going to take this one, it seems. 1-on-1 now with Mairead Jennings. Jennings has made a couple of fantastic saves so far. Maybe Wexford are going to tap this over. No, it's gone for the goal, and it is a goal. Linda Bulger, a third goal for Wexford. 1-1 now for Linda Bulger, and 3-10 to 12 points. A 7-point gap all of a sudden, and it looks as though Wexford have just about maybe done enough. I know there's probably 6 or 7 minutes left there.
Well, when you're 4 points ahead, you kind of think, gosh, you'd tap it over, but no, like Chloe Fox last week, she went for it, and there we go. We're now 19 points to 12, so we're 7 points up. So, you know, credit to Wexford. All the purple patches that Offaly have had, Wexforders have maintained their lead the whole way through the game, and are back in the driving seat now again. Sent
forward by Jackie Quigley there in as far as Katrina Parrick. That was well gathered up and offloaded here to Mag Byrne, and there's a chance maybe of a fourth goal. A low shot, and it's in, and a fourth goal for Wexford. And eventually Mairead Jennings has been beaten with one of those shots, Kate, and definitely home and hose now, it seems.
Yeah, definitely, and it was a lovely pass there from Katrina Parrick with Mag Byrne coming onto the ball, facing, and she finished it very well along the ground, and as you said, we were bound to get one of those in.
Michaela Morgan sends this one forward as far as Roisin Egan. Offaly certainly won't give up. It's a long way back now though, as the ball is gathered here by Kate Kenny. The shot from Kate has gone in and over the bar, and she's been very, very impressive. 3 points for Kate Kenny so far in the game, Claire.
Yeah, and Kate mentioned earlier that Offaly might be disappointed that they hadn't capitalised on their purple patches and pushing forward, and they didn't, I suppose, at the time that was really important for them to do so, because they definitely were better in patches than Wexford. I know we still have a couple of minutes left and a bit of extra time, but when Wexford kept the ball up in their own and in our forwards, you could see that they could create so many chances and so many scores. So it's good to see that, you know, when Wexford can maintain the ball in the forwards, they're getting the scores, and, you know, goals win matches. And Maria Jennings has had a brilliant day for Offaly, but those 2 goals, you know, that's what wins matches at the end of the day.
And Wexford have just made a substitution. Anna Hennessy has been brought in for Katrina Parrick, so that's a change on the Wexford side, as Linda Bulger has it now again. Well hooked, but it's back here with Jackie Quigley, who's also hooked, and the ball falls maybe through for another chance for Mag Byrne. Mag has it up, but she's robbed well by Lorraine Keena. A good piece of cornerback play there by Lorraine Keena, and the clearance was good as well as far as Aisling Brennan at the far side. Aisling is trying to get away and maybe try and get time to set up an Offaly attack. Forward here, Maria Teen turns. Good ball in, but it's well read by Orla Sinnott, and Louise O'Leary comes away with it again. Flicked forward as far as Laura Dempsey. 1 minute of normal time, it says on the clock here, left to play in Chadwick's Wexford Park. There'll probably be a couple of minutes of injury time as that ball forward from Laura Dempsey wasn't great, and Offaly have it back again and a chance to go on the attack again. Michaela Morgan, hand pass through to Aisling Brennan. Good run by Brennan here, and a ball in towards Siobhan Flannery, and pulled on and deflected. It looked as though, but that ball has gone to the right hand side.
Flash ball is a wide ball, I say. Is that what they say?
I thought it was more of a block, and correctly the referee called it a 45. I wonder when Murray dropped this in at this stage, but you'd have to say the game's probably gone from him. 4-10 to 12 points.
So Teen with the free, or the 45, and no mistake, and another point back for Offaly. 4-10 to 13 points here as we entered injury time in the round 2 of the All-Ireland Senior Camogie Championship, and it looks as though Wexford are going to notch up their 2nd victory in 2 games. Tipperary are the challenge next week, but that'll be thought about after this game is over. 2 more minutes according to Pat Murphy here on the PA system, as the ball falls and breaks here to Offaly and Orla Maher, who's gone on a couple of balls since she's come in. Offaly have to play Limerick in their last game in this group, of course. Forward here, and Orla Sinnott has it on the run again. A low ball into the corner. Just breaks away from Emma Dempsey there, as Dempsey still manages to try and disrupt the Offaly attack again, and there was a collision there between it was definitely Laura Dempsey. I'm not sure who she collided with, but an Offaly free as we tick into the last minute of play here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. Michaela Morgan with the frees. Kate Kenny is the target, pursued by Sarah Harding Kenny, but Kate Kenny does well. Turned inside and sends it over the bar for her 4th point, and Offaly's 14th. We have an injury for Wexford. It looks maybe just like a bit of cramp. I think it's Ciara. Is it? No, it's not Ciara O'Connor. It's Amy Cardiff, I think, perhaps, is it? But a very impressive final quarter, Claire, overall.
Yeah, brilliant. Like we said, goals win matches. They started brilliantly and they're finishing really strongly as well. Offaly maybe dominated the middle part of the game, but didn't notch up the scores like we did. We've scored 14 scores, but it's 4-10. They've scored 14 scores, but it's 14 points. And I suppose if you look at scores, there's at least 7 of those 14 scores for Offaly were from frees. And, you know, overall Wexford were the better team. They found each other well in the first quarter, and when the challenge was put up to them, they didn't concede too many scores. They defended well, and despite Offaly winning in lots of different patches throughout the game, 4-10 it seems to have done the trick, hopefully.
So Amy Cardiff is up and ready to go again. No one could blame her with the amount of running she's done for cramping over here. Tries to pick out Joanne Dillon, but it breaks and Michaela Morgan has it. Low ball Sarah Walsh turns and tries to pick out a forward, further forward, and it is Siobhan Flannery, who has been their talisman for many years, but Flannery was blocked down there and has it back again over here as far as Orla Maher. Orla with a chance to take a shot, and it looks to be accurate. Is it going to be long enough? It's not. It's short, and Laura Brennan deals with it comfortably in the goal. The referee looks at his watch and blows the full-time whistle, and we have a Wexford victory here in Chadwick's Wexford Park on a scoreline of 4-10 to 14 points. And as I just said there to Claire Kate, an excellent final quarter after, I suppose, a few dodgy moments in the third quarter of the game.
Yeah, definitely. You'd have to say Wexford started their first quarter very, very well. 2-5 to 4 points in the first quarter, and in the last quarter they finished so strong. And, I wouldn't say it was probably Wexford's best performance, but when you're winning games and you've a lot of things to improve on, I think that's, you can pick up on it. In saying that, I do think it was a very, very strong performance by Offaly, and probably the scoreline probably didn't reflect their efforts here today. They were unfortunate for a few goals and probably weren't as efficient up front as Wexford. So overall, from a Wexford point of view, I'm sure they're very happy with the result and the scoreline today. From an Offaly point of view, they put in a huge effort, but I think they were always chasing that great start from Wexford, and that's probably where they fell down in this game. They could never claw back any further than 4 points.
Claire, how would you sum up today's game?
Pretty much like Kate, to be honest. Great start, great finish, goals win matches. 8 came from frees. One person scoring 8 of the 14. You need to be. If you're chasing a game, you generally need a goal to come back into it, and that never happened for Offaly. They did use Michaela Morgan well as a sweeper. We coincidentally never used a sweeper of any kind. Really, I felt in our game we probably didn't need to manage the Offaly forwards well, even though, to be fair to Offaly, they did some really good things. They came out in front, they fielded well, they won their puckouts. One another, and it's great to see, to be honest. It's uplifting to see such positive Wexford Camogie.
And I suppose just for Offaly, it's a tough road home for them. Like, they've played their 2 games, possibly out of championship at this stage, and have to play Limerick in the final game. And I don't think at this stage they can actually qualify, but unless Limerick win tomorrow and they beat Limerick, but they'll still only have 1 win. But to be fair to them, they did put in some strong performances all over the pitch. I think you said even Michaela Morgan, like she's done for the last 10 years, she's probably been one of their standout players, and she did that again today. And all up through the field, there's been a number of strong players there.
And we have some more Camogie action. Well, we've already had some other Camogie action earlier today, as the County Under-14 team had a fantastic victory against Kilkenny on a scoreline of 115 to 1-6. So that's certainly a bright note. They beat Dublin last week, and I think they have one more group game next week. And the County Miners are out tomorrow in Belfield at 2 p.m. against Waterford. So and the juniors, of course, Claire won the league there a few weeks ago. So all things considered, it looks to be a bright future ahead for Wexford Camogie.
Yeah, I think in every county things peak and trough, and we've had peaks and we've had troughs in the last 10 years. So it's brilliant to see that we're coming up, we're building up again, and it's really, really important that we're building at under 14 and under 16 and under 18. There's time and effort put into those players. That's where we get the adult players from, and it just needs to be worked on at all levels. It's not just at senior. So if we can get some more players and add 2 or 3 every year to the adult teams, that's what makes the difference in keeping a peak as opposed to going back down the way again. So if we just keep working on that within the county, we'll definitely see a continuous upward trend for Wexford, and who knows what this year or next year might bring for this team, because there's definitely potential.
There certainly is. So we've seen a fantastic game here today in Chadwick's Wexford Park, and it's Wexford who come out victorious on a scoreline of 4-10 to 14 points. So whether you're joining us from Wexford or Offaly or anywhere else, we hope you enjoyed the coverage, and take care.